If you're wanting Lego porn in this video, it's not gonna happen. Go somewhere else, right? So if I were to ask you, as much as you know me, if you could create an image of Jim in your head, if I were to ask you, is this a gentle parenting house or is this a not gentle parenting house? You would probably say to yourself, well, Jim definitely has a non-gentle parenting house, and you would be correct.
We do not train to be merciful here. Mercy is for the weak.
This, if you haven't figured out already, is not a gentle parenting YouTube channel. We like to have fun. I really like to be pleasant and nice in the videos. Did you know real men only drink bourbon? But this is the third video in a series that is kind of not the usual Jim. And this is a video that honestly I had not planned to make. This was, and I'm talking about where we are in the state of the Lego reselling space, right? But I feel compelled to go ahead and talk about certain things because it's just been bubbling up and I have to address quite a few things. Hello everybody and welcome to the Wolf for Bricks YouTube channel. Share, like, and subscribe. And if you love me, that means I love you. And please write thanks in the comments section below. It really helps us out. So I don't even have my laptop today. All I have is a few notes and I have a coffee mug of ice cube because real men drink bourbon out of mugs with ice cube on it. Here's the deal. Where are we in the Lego reselling space? There was a person, I gave him a shout out last video, and I forget his call sign. No, not his Call of Duty call sign. I would probably say that's probably his Mensa username because he seemed pretty astute whenever he asked the question. He said, is this still the best time to be a Lego reseller? I've said in the past, yes, but apparently I'm looking around and I guess I'll have to change my answer. It's the best time for some. For other people, it's not. I mean, last year I had my second highest, reselling year, only second to COVID. And I've chatted about this a couple times on and off, not a lot though, because at the end of the day, I'm sure you don't care, but I kind of do, right? I was going to be very close to hit 1 million in sales total. Since I've been a Lego reseller, I was going to be close last year and I was probably going to hit it this year. Well, when I got my final numbers, guess what? I am now over $1 million in Lego sales. And here's the deal. I mean, what are you going to do with that information? There was a time where, and we're going to be here for a while, guys. I'm just letting you know, if you're wanting Lego porn in this video, it's not going to happen. Go somewhere else, right? But there was a time I actually thought I was stupid that, my life would tremendously improve whenever I started making six figures. And then that day came where I was making six figures. Nothing changed, man. It is what it is. And if you don't steamroll through life, there's going to be other people that are going to steamroll over you, and that's not going to be fun, right? So let me share with you what happened a couple months ago, right? And I don't think I ever really share what I've ever put together on a VIP video, right? I released this video a couple months ago. I think it was like a Thursday or Friday, right? And I truly said this. I said, you know what? I said, I am so excited when I record these videos for the VIP people because I get to say whatever I want. We're in a space, well, some people not, we're not, where, it really is the best time to be a Lego reseller. And I said, I'm going to, from now on, make sure I don't say that on the public YouTube channel anymore because there are a ton of people exiting. And that's what we want, right? It's, thanks for the fun. Don't let the door hit you on the end. And then the next day, I get a notification. And I'm like, oh, my buddy Jake from Jake's Bricks. Much respect to Jake. I love Jake. He's one of the few people that I would want in a foxhole if it hit the fan, right? I see this video that Jake does on Jake's Bricks, and I feel like I accidentally walked into a funeral, right? It was glum, It was honest, right? There was some hard talk, but there's also another side of the coin. Like, I really don't think we're ever going to see a recession again like we did in '08. I think, and I can't prove this, that the powers that be, they're just going to create situational and demographic recessions, right? So there will always be, something good going on in the economy while there's other people that are eating it up and just feeling the pain. And I kind of feel like that's the way it is with Lego right now, right? So here we are. And I asked everybody at the beginning of the video, do you think this is a gentle parenting house or a non-gentle parenting house? Something else I always say to my children is, are we making good decisions or are we making bad decisions, right? So I'm going to share with you a few things, and you tell me in the comment section below if these are good decisions or not. I think they are. So there was a gentleman in the last video, and if he wants to, I'm more than happy to have him on as a guest. I think if I read the comments correctly, he has a brick and mortar store, right? And he said, and in my opinion, the only people that have the right to to share their opinion about this are brick and mortar people, because they're in the trenches, right? He said they generally do not purchase Lego sets off of other people unless it's like 30%. You can't get more than a 30% off the retail price for that. And I get that. Again, I'm not walking in their shoes, so I can't speak to that. But let me tell you what I'm doing. And you tell me if these are good decisions or you tell me if these are bad decisions, right? So over the last month or two, there is this Lego set that is fire, right? It retires this year. It's a winning set and it's 30% off, right? So there it is right there. Why would I buy we'll say Ninjago Dragon set, right? I mean, Ninjago Dragon sets will make you money. Are they by definition winning sets? But there are other sets out there that could put numbers on the board, right? So why would I buy a Ninjago Dragon set or any set that will just make me a little bit of money and instead of buying this one set that's 30% off, right? Now here's the thing. I'm actually purchasing these sets more than 30% off because I have a series of credit cards, and the offers are if you purchase up to $1,000 within a 2 or 3 month period, you get a $300 credit back. Okay, so when you take that 30% and you add the $300 worth of credit, you're getting it for almost 50% off. I think it's like 49 point something, right? So, and what I am doing, is that a good decision? Or should I be buying sets off of people that are getting out of the game for 30% off? So I purchase, and by no means am I trying to act like I'm wheeling and dealing. I purchased, off of one person, 50% off. He was very low maintenance, and it was what it was. Now you can go ahead and essentially, if you know what you're doing, purchase Lego sets at Barnes & Noble for 30% off. Sometimes you could do it for more than 30% off, right? So again, and Barnes & Noble has a selection of winners. The A-frame cabin. If you didn't know the A-frame cabin was a winner, I don't know what to tell you. But you could have easily have gotten that set for 30% off. I've said this in the past. I had a VIP member that messaged me because he was celebrating the fact that he was able to get typewriters, the Lego typewriters, for at least 30% off. I think sometimes it was 30 to 35% off. And I congratulate him. He reached out to me because he's celebrating and he wanted to share that awesome news with me. And so I replied back and I said, dude, you're the man. I mean, I think that's awesome. So, I want to go back to, and I'm going to be honest, if John Cena can turn heel, I can have a video where I'm a little bit of a heel, right? There were lots of people out there that were like, oh yeah, that TIE Fighter pilot, I was getting it for $35. Were you really getting it for $35? Now, I do know some were and some weren't. And the people, I can't prove this, but there is a lot of anecdotal evidence out there. The people that were, celebrating that fact the most probably only purchased a couple of them. I think I gave away on this channel maybe 5 or 6 TIE Fighter helmets, and this was already after they appreciated, because I had already, I was comfortable with my decisions, right? Now, there are some people out there that they just like to type. They like to go on 4chan, they like to do whatever, and they've only purchased maybe a couple $100s of Lego sets, and next thing you know, they're an expert, right? I feel like that there are right now 3 different types of Lego resellers out there. There are the Lego resellers that are exiting the space. That's fine. I wish you the best of luck. There are a lot of Lego resellers out there that need to leave this space, but they're not. They're going too soon. They don't know. They may wake up tomorrow and they say, you know what, it's time to go. But they're just lingering, right? And that's fine too. And then you have the people, and I would put myself in this category, where, you know, we're in this, I don't want to say for the long haul, because I've been doing this since 2012, right? I've been doing YouTube since 2016. I don't know how much longer I have, to be honest. I made a commitment that I would, maybe a month ago, to at least go on 12 more months, and then we'll see how it goes. I had some talks with people, and they've said, you know, just stick around. We really enjoy you. And I appreciate that. But there are some people that are just going to continue to resell, that have been doing it for a while. And I put myself in that category. There are a lot of cool sets that are coming out. I mean, that new space shuttle on top of the 747, oh my gosh, just all kinds of cool stuff going on. And I think that's great. And I really don't by any means believe that this video is convincing anybody to stick around and be a reseller, or I wouldn't be sharing this with anybody. But you know, I see this trend where there's a lot of people that are leaving right now. This is the best time that Lego, you know, in the last 2 to 3 years are cranking out super awesome rock star sets, right? And those resellers that have been in the game for a while, and they're going to continue to be in the game for a while, they are just going to keep on trugging along. And guess what? There's going to be a low supply, because you don't have people with a bunch of Ecto 1s in the trunk of their vehicle paying RRP, high-fiving each other like they accomplished something. They didn't accomplish anything, right? So everybody that is a reseller in Lego, or you might be a reseller in Pokemon or whatever, and you just happen to stumble onto this channel, you need to ask yourself why you're a reseller, because there should only be one answer, and that's to win and make money. My daughter, last weekend, it was her first dance competition, right? And guess what? She won first place, right? I'm gonna show a picture of her right now. Now, she just didn't go out there and get it. She did a lot of, you know, dance recitals and a lot of practice. You know, she's had dance lessons for a couple years, and it was her first competition, and she won first place. She's in there to win it. There are lots of Lego resellers that just aren't in there to win it. There are, I was about to say very old, there are old Lego resellers that have been doing it for a while, and they're just getting kind of lazy. And I will put one foot into that category, right? Because I've already proven to myself everything that I need to prove in the Lego space. There are people that are very young, and they're really going out there and getting it, right? And they keep me pumped up. Their energy is contagious to me. And then there's some people that they're lazy, and they really never made a lot of money. I know, and I'm not going to say the city, but there's some city in this country where there's a barn full of Lego sets. And those Lego sets have been in that barn 4 or 5 years now. And I guarantee you, field mice have run through those Lego sets. They are useless. They think they're still in the game, but they're not in the game. And then there are lots of people. I had 3 people that I had one-on-ones with, you know, between the January 1st and now, where they've said that this is their best year yet, not their second best year. This is their best year, and they've made over 6 figures is a million, but it's, you know, 100, 200,000 and change, right? And that's awesome. I mean, my jaw dropped whenever I heard some of these stories. And I want to high five them too. So I've done a lot of rambling as I'm sipping on my ice cube mug with the bourbon inside. In the state of Lego reselling is you looking in the mirror and asking yourself, are you successful? Are you not successful? There are people that are in it and they don't care if they make money. And I'll ask myself, you know, why are you wasting your time? So I hope I was able to give a little bit of opinion to where we are in the Lego reselling space. For me, this is the best time to be a Lego reseller. This is the last time I'm going to say it because I'm not trying to come in every video with a lot of hype and put a gun to your head and try and make you purchase a $70 a month subscription or whatever it is and be like, welcome. That's not me, right? But the good news is this is the last of a 3-part series. Check out that last 2 if you haven't seen it yet. We will go back to our regularly scheduled programming after this video. And I would like to say to everybody who wants it to go out there and get it.